Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, June 23rd, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I align with my intentions by nurturing supportive feelings. And today we have the new moon in Cancer. So this new moon, I just realized I didn't write down the time. This new moon is happening at 7:31 p.m. Pacific time, 10:31 p.m. Eastern time, and then you'll have to do the rest of the math yourself to figure out your timing. So late in the evening moon, and before we get to this new moon energy, we have the moon finishing up in Gemini, making a few important connections, including a square to Chiron. So this is the third Gemini energy this week to square Chiron. We had the Sun square Chiron, we had Mercury square Chiron, and now we have the Moon square Chiron. So we've been working with our wounds. We've been working with our consciousness when it comes to our wounding. And we have to remember that, things happen. Stuff happens. However, there is always, and sometimes the logical part of myself wants to be like, nah, about this, but there's always a silver lining. There's always benefit. There's always goodness. There's always lessons. There's always strength, even in the trauma, in the wounding. And so it's up to us to work with our consciousness to find what's the lesson, what's the good, what's the lesson in this, where can I find that, what's the joy, and how do I get into that, how do I utilize that in and through myself. I think it's powerful that we are having this connection before the new moon energy, because it's like clearing it out, releasing these energies that no longer have to be part of your energy field. It's coming up to come out. So if you are having kind of a tough day, like, okay, where's this wounding? What's this really coming from? Where's the root in this? And then how do I rise from it? This connection, like all the others, is happening at 28 degrees. So there is this focus still on knowing our worth. And so many of us lower our worth because we feel like we've gone through these trauma things, these traumatic events, these wounding energies. So this is very much a powerful connection. Not necessarily easy, but the thing is with the moon is that it shifts really fast. Just so you know. It'll shift on, and we'll go on our merry way into the new moon energy. Also, before the new moon happens, the moon will be meeting actually with Saturn and Uranus as well. Both of these meetings really feel like they have a mental component to them. Saturn working in Sagittarius is working on truth. It is working on our beliefs. A lot of times when it comes to setting intentions with the new moon, it is just ourselves that is getting in the way of bringing through this energy, which we'll get into. But pay attention. If there's any of those latent beliefs swimming around in your consciousness being like, this can't happen, things never work out for me, this is a chance to be like, be gone, little floating feelings. Where did you come from? Probably a worth thing that'll come up with that Chiron energy. What I love about that Moon-Saturn connection, Moon-Uranus connection, is that Uranus connection is fully ready to be like, okay, well, you think because this belief that this can't happen, let me give you some new ideas. This is why it can. This is how it can. This is how it's coming in a different way than you thought it had to come in. So many times we also limit these things from coming in because we're like, it's coming down this road. And meanwhile, the thing's like, I'm going to surprise them. I'm going around the mountain. Ta-da! Here I am. So Uranus is like, oh, wait, there's not just that one way. So Uranus is ready to liberate us from thinking it has to be the one way that we think that it has to be. So we've got a lot of support in moving in and through this. So, should mention, dark of the moon energy as we reach into this new moon. I have been very sleepy. I have had many clients who have been very sleepy. I have had friends who are like, I'm so tired. It's okay. Cancer is home, nesting, resting energy. That last Gemini little bit was really intense. Lots of people weren't really sleeping right. There was a lot of mental activity going on, a lot of monkey business going on in the mind. So if you're exhausted, take it easy. Cancer is this energy of nurturing yourself, and you will nurture everything by nurturing yourself and by taking it easy. So the new moon is happening at 2 degrees in Cancer, which is the Cancer degree. So it's a very Cancer-y energy. You may be feeling the feels. Great, good, feel the feels. And then feel the feels and then notice. Consciousness is a big part of this. Notice how your brain is interpreting what you're feeling. So often we're like, this is good, this is bad, and I'd love your consciousness to take I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'm just going to experience it and see what I have to learn from this energy. The Sabian symbol, which I read the other day, is a man on a magic carpet hovers over a large area of land. But this could easily be a man in a glass boat floats on the water, surveying the scene underneath the ocean, seeing all the things swimming around. This is the perspective that you can take with your consciousness when it comes to your feelings. And then, like the energy mantra today, I align with my intentions by nurturing those supportive feelings. I'm not saying ignore the ugly fish. I'm not saying ignore the feelings that your consciousness may usually want to interpret as bad. There's a reason for that. Hopefully that's going to be worked through with the Chiron energies. But if it is not, keep working to align with these supportive feelings that are supporting you into the energy. So some of you saw this, but for those of you who didn't, I had an interesting little thing the other day. I was getting ready to do all of my work. I was putting on makeup, and all of a sudden, and I was thinking about manifestation, because I was thinking ahead a few days to the new moon. And all of a sudden, as I'm thinking about manifestation, blah, 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 and the new moon, and what I'm going to talk about, I hear giggling voices, and I'm like, okay, I'll listen. I feel like it was some giggling angels, and they were basically like, oh, these silly humans always worrying about must manifest, using my manifestation muscles. Manifestation, it's such a key word, for humans. They're like, it's already happening. Don't they realize they already planned these things? So they're just putting all this energy into what's already planned. What the focus was instead aligning with that which is already planned. If you are wanting to manifest something, chances are you put it into your thing, into your docket, let's call it a docket, your list of to-dos for this lifetime. So that's why it's like, I really want this thing. Your desire is pointing you in that direction to what you want to manifest, what you want to bring in, what you already set into place. What we need to work on, rather than manifest, is set those intentions and then notice how you can align with these intentions. Notice where you may or may not be a cooperative component to these energies. I went through a phase, which I think is a very good phase, and I would like to go through it again, where everything I did, everything I ate, physically did, talked about, etc., I would pay attention. Is this taking me closer to my goal or farther away from it? And I felt pretty aligned when I was doing that. And so this may be the energy that we want to tap into with this new moon. Instead of manifest, yes, set your intentions. But let's cool down, chill out the manifestation muscles, and rather put that energy into being the cooperative component. Put that energy into that alignment energy, because that is what is going to support us. That is what is going to move us closer and deeper into the thing. Now, the other point that the giggling angels brought up is that a lot of times what also sabotages us is our lack of patience. They might have been talking directly to me about that one, but really allowing the divine timing, because things have a way of unfolding, and sometimes we have lessons that need to be learned, so not getting frustrated. And this, by the way, is a very important message I feel for the time of Cancer. This Cancer season, it's going to have some intensity to it. There's some times that I've got ahead, written down that I'm like, wowza, okay, we're going to have to buckle in, nurture, support ourselves, be ready to hold space and in through the feels. We have to be careful not to dig up the seeds, not to, just throw the intentions out with the bathwater because everything gets hectic or intense. So do this work now. Work this consciousness. Also, speaking of this consciousness, we are going to have the moon actually conjunct Mercury a few hours after this new moon. It's actually technically happening tomorrow. It'll be 1 a.m. Saturday morning, California time, Pacific time. Sorry, it's not just California out here, but whatever. Pacific time. So again, here we have this consciousness point. We did the work for 30 days with the sun in Gemini. So pay attention. Keep finding your flow. Keep finding your flow that's moving you in with your intentions, nurturing those supportive feelings, and showing up for yourself. So, cards, moment to moment. You're not flowing. You're getting stuck. You're getting stuck in some place by something. This is what I think you're getting stuck from. Projections from your own mind, from things you've learned, from things other people have said to you. It is time to stop letting these projections get in your way. This is why you need to align your intentions with yourself, not these things outside of yourself. What is your intention? Move with that. Ask the universe how to be the cooperative component. Find your alignment. Bring healing to your own integration and alignment. Nothing outside of you can really get you there. It is going to be this inside process. And this is the king of cups, the king of water, the king of emotions. So getting that alignment, bringing healing to your emotions so that you can come into this integration energy, which, by the way, is the Temperance card. So the Temperance card is one kind of like, hey, have the patience. Allow the alchemy to happen as is meant to be. And there we have infinite possibilities in the nothingness and everythingness. So I have those cards from the Yantra cards. Chakra Vyoha, I don't know how to say it. I said it really well earlier, and now I'm like, I forget what I said. So, Chakra Vyoha, sorry, Sanskrit. Uncovering the journey, one foot in front of the other, not getting stuck up on the leapfrog thing moment to moment, one foot in front of the other, one contraction, then another. Stay with it. You are remarkable. Stay with it. Don't just throw it out. Don't throw the intentions or the seeds out with the bathwater when the times get frustrating. Because I'm sorry to say, July is going to have some testy moments, but then it's also going to have a lot of beautiful moments too. So, and I decided to pull a Mother Mary Oracle card, and this is so good. I was actually going to talk about this and then totally forgot, which is why this card is perfect. Our Lady of the Star Blossom. So what this card talks about is calling on spiritual guides and helpers. And where it was coming up for me before I actually pulled this card, I was thinking about this, pulled the card, and I was like, oh my God, I was just thinking about this. There's a strong mother energy in Cancer. Hence the Mother Mary card that I wanted to pull, that I did pull. But some of us have triggers when it comes to mother energy. And what I was thinking is just reminding you, we all have that feminine, yin energy within us. Yin, I just combine the yin and yang into yin energy that mothers. But beyond that, we have Mother Earth. We have Mother Mary. There are so many great mother energies that can help support us in this nurturing. And this is what the card's saying. One of the simplest and most powerful spiritual techniques is to ask for help every day from the guidance that loves you unconditionally. You may have a clear sense of who your guide is, but more likely than not, you are not so sure. And that doesn't actually matter at all. All that is important to know is that you have a team of higher spiritual guidance that loves you unconditionally and has their job to help you fulfill your divine destiny, align with your intentions on this planet Earth. Now, that may sound self-indulgent, but in truth, when you succeed spiritually, everyone on Earth benefits. It benefits us all when somebody moves into their purpose and succeeds. We're all in this together. This Earth, planet, home thing, we're all in this together. I wish you much success. Higher spiritual guidance operates on a win-win basis. Whatever you ask your higher guidance for assistance with will benefit the entire human race. As Mother Mary has the spiritual goal of liberating all living beings, she very much wants you to connect, not only with her, but your entire team of spiritual guides. It matters not whether those guides are tribal elders from other lifetimes or star beings that resonate at the level of unconditional love, or angels or ascended masters, or more than likely a combination of some of all of those, in your spirit animals as well. And I always say, when somebody much loved on this planet passes away, a lot of times, if they're much loved by me, I'll be like, can you join my team? George Michael, when he passed away, I was like, hey, I need you on my team. And I can't tell you how many times got either faith, you gotta have faith or freedom come on at that ideal moment. Like, they work with you. George Michael, thank you. Yeah, you're a very important team member for me. So anyways, calling on this team. Our Lady of the Star Blossom also brings the healing of an old wound of separation. We may have been conditioned to believe that our personal success could only come at the cost of happiness or the comfort of others. Perhaps we have felt pressured or undermined by those who purport to love us and yet want to hold us back from our spiritual growth because they are scared of their own spiritual path or scared of change or becoming uncomfortable. Or they threaten to leave us if we become too spiritual or weird. I feel like I'm speaking this to a client right now. Or perhaps they are far more subtle about their disapproval about our spiritual path. Perhaps they try to shame us, blah, 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 all these things. Our Lady of the Star Blossom tells us that no matter whether others may like it at first or not, when we grow spiritually, everyone benefits. She asks you to surrender any hesitation about your spiritual growth, and embrace it wholeheartedly. She asks you to call upon her and your guidance to help you and your loved ones walk the divine path that we are all on with more loving trust and grace. So I am going to read actually the healing process and affirmation to finish this off. I'm still in retrograde, even though retrograde hasn't even begun yet. Okay, the healing process and affirmation. Find a place where you can be undisturbed for a few moments and say the following prayer, either quietly in your mind or when possible out loud. I call on the guidance that loves me unconditionally, and I ask for protection, help, intervention, assistance in all ways that will benefit me and support my spiritual growth. Thank you. And then finish the healing process with this affirmation. Our Lady of the Star Blossom, Mother Mary, and all my higher spiritual guidance who loves me unconditionally, help me now and always. So we are very supported. The mother energy of the planet and all our other deities and energies, archetypes, we are so supported. Be supported as you align with your intentions to nurture these intentions to bring you into that which you want to bring into your life, to that which you want to fulfill, the purpose, the highest destiny that you want to fulfill in your life. So, I still have my reading sale going on. I didn't think it was going to last this long, but the Spirit's like, no, keep it going. So, if you want a reading, GaiaBlooming.com, you can go find that now, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.